Yat e shie Randy Yanishia. Hey guys, Randy here, and welcome aboard the Seabee Traveler channel. Alright, we are headed to northern Arizona, and we're going to check out Canyon de Chelly. It's a national monument, but an interesting thing is this is the only national monument that is fully on the Navajo Nation. We're about 4.5 hours from Phoenix, so it's a bit of a drive, but it's just it's a short leg on the trip that I'm taking. It's that time of year again where I'm actually driving to northern Wisconsin, Tomahawk to be exact, but it's my Navy reunion time, and I figured I might as well just take the time off. I'm going to make the drive. Ooh, make sure I'm going slow. Don't want to be speeding here. Don't want to start the trip off with a ticket, so we're good. But yeah, I'm just gonna take my time driving up. I'm going to spend quite a bit of time in Colorado, like Four Corners. I'm gonna go through there and then go up through Colorado, the really nice mountain drive. And then once I hit Denver, I'm just gonna kind of skip the flatlands, Nebraska, Iowa. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun trip. But first things first. Now this is kind of northern Arizona and monsoon. They're getting a little bit of monsoon activity. It is supposed to clear up. Now it's afternoon. I did some work this morning, got a lot of extra work during the week so I could get out of the Phoenix area as soon as I could, and that puts me up here in the afternoon. So we are getting some monsoon activity, as you can see. This is the town of Chinle, which kind of translates into flowing through or flowing out, and that's in reference to the Canyon de Chelly. The waters that are coming out of those canyons. So since this is totally on the Navajo Nation, there are families that still own property on the monument, I guess, or it's considered private property. And so when I was trying to find some place to camp, I noticed that there were some in town here, but there was another one that was actually, you go through the monument to get to this campground. So I'm gonna try that one. Should be able to. It didn't look too busy anyway, so I'm gonna stop up there, see if I can get a spot, and I just maybe will stop at one or two places on the way to the campground. But I just want to get up there and make sure I can actually get a spot and have a good place to stay tonight, and then hopefully the weather clears out for us, and tomorrow will be a little bit better. Now, initially we were on Highway 191 coming into Chinle, but now we're on Indian Route 7, and it kind of switches up to Indian Route 64, and then that will basically, this will take us up to the monument entrance. There is a visitor center, a welcome center. It's just up here on the right, and it's pretty late in the afternoon. They're not going to be open now. Yeah, it's all closed up. Canyon de Chelly. It's kind of a weird way. It doesn't sound like it's spelled. But anyways, if you take a left here, that kind of takes you to the north side of the canyon. But most of the lookouts I noticed are on the south rim drive, so that's what we're gonna take. Wow, with these rains, these trees are looking green. Let's see, what do we have here? There's an old trading post. We're gonna keep going straight here. And luckily I have my America the Beautiful pass from being a veteran, Armed Forces veteran, so it's not gonna cost me anything to get in here. And this is my first time here, so I'm really excited to get here and see it for myself. I have seen pictures and it just looks amazing, but you probably well know looking at pictures doesn't really do justice. Look at all the water that's kind of running through the rocks.
Wheels are rolling on the 2-lane blacktop. Dust kicking high, won't let this heart stop. Friends beside me, laughter fills the air. Chasing sunsets, we're going anywhere. Wide open roads and a sky full of stars. Living our dreams while we travel afar. The world keeps calling, we can't stay still. Wandering souls with a restless will. Stopped in a ghost town, not a soul in sight. Rusty old signs in the pale daylight. Echoes of the past in the creak of the door, telling the tales of those here before. Wide open roads and a sky full of stars. Living our dreams as we travel afar. The world keeps calling, we can't stay still. Wandering souls with a restless will.
All right, looks like we've made it to a first spot. Not too many people here. Looked like we might have somebody has a little display out there who might be selling maybe some painting on rocks. Well, it is a little bit breezy and you can kind of see it's sprinkling a little bit. Just look how beautiful that is. It's nice and green down in that valley. Now there is a little bit of a trail you can take down, just a little ways, because I do know that some of these places there's only one trail that you can actually hike down without a a guide. That's what I'm trying to think of, a guide. But there is one trail you can do that without a guide. The rest of the way, like, you can go down part way. The gentleman that was here selling, he does sell some painted rock. I got a picture of him. I'll show it to you. But he says you can go down a little ways, but then you have to stop, and there's a kind of a gate letting you know that you can't go any farther without a guide. All right, let's see if we can't find that campground. Well, the rain is picking up a little bit more. Even my buddy's selling the pictures there. He's gonna tough it out. He was actually really nice guy. He was trying to teach me some of the language, which is super hard to pronounce. And he is also telling me that he lives in, I think it's the White House. Sorry, I needed to make sure that the lens was clear on my GoPro. It's sitting outside in the rain. Looks like we're heading into a squall too, so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of cruise up and see if I can't find that campground.
Rolling down the highway, sun's getting low. Got no hookups, but I'm good to go. Tank is full, fridge is cold. All I need is a patch of road. I passed up 3 spots 'cause I thought I'd find better. Now I'm out in the dark, checking dirt roads and weather. Boondocking blues under wide open skies, chasing that spot where the sunset dies. No lights, no lines, just me and the breeze. Parked half crooked near some mesquite trees. Ain't no map, just follow the stars. Boondocking late in a world with no bars. Yeah, I keep rolling past the daylights and looking for free camping once again. Old gravel road, bouncing like a tune. Critters crossing by the light of the moon. Thought I saw a flat spot just past that bend. No, just a stone. Here we go again. My rig's a little dusty, my nerves a little tight, but when I find that spot, man, it feels just right. Boondocking blues, but it's part of the game. Sunsets and starlight, never quite the same. No fees, no crowds, just peace and pine. And a camp I call mine for the nighttime shine. Back roads call like an old time friend. Boondocking late, I'll do it again. Some folks plan it, reserved to pay, but that ain't how I roll the play. I'll find a pool, I'll make it fit, wait with the sun, and never quit. Boondocking blues, but I'm feeling alright. Even if I park by stars, not a light. Off the grid where the coyotes sing, and freedom don't cost a single thing. So I'll chase the dust like a drifting flame. Boondocking late, but I love the game. Yeah, no hookups, no plan, no clue. Just boondocking loose and a beautiful view.
Alright, the maps is showing me it's not too far up here. I'm gonna have to turn left. There we go. Spider Rock Campground. Boy, that sign isn't very big. You can miss it. And it doesn't look like... Well, you can tell it's on personal property. It doesn't look like there's anybody else here either, so I'm not too worried about finding a spot. Let me, yeah, I'll just go. I see it says office. It's kind of hard to see through that tree. American flag flying. Office says they're open. All right, I'm gonna get parked. See if I can get paid up and find and get a spot. I'm all paid up. Got kind of lucky. He was just heading out. He said he was heading out to the store. So it's pretty informal. It was only $20 for the night. I'll take it. Oh, there's a Hogan. He's got his own Hogan out here too. Wow. Well, you can really see the rain starting to come down again. I thought it might clear up. Off in the distance you can kind of see that it is, boy, it's hit and miss. These monsoons, you can never guess if it's going to rain, when it's going to clear up. Now the nice, yeah, I think I'll go right here. No, I'll go straight. Nope. I'm going to go right. I'm trying to remember where he told me. He said if I come back here in the corner, it's a little more secluded. I'm right up against the property line, where his property line is, and then the national monument. So good news is it's personal property and I can get the drone out. Maybe I can get a distant view of the canyon from here as well. But this looks like a nice spot. Well, it's flat anyways. Picnic table, fire ring. Looks like this will be a good spot. Yeah, there's the fence he was talking about. So yeah, I'm way off, kind of in the back corner, which is what I like. All right, it did clear up just a little bit, enough to get the drone out. And you can see what we have in store for us tomorrow. Wow, just look at how gorgeous that is. I cannot wait. Just what I saw earlier, I'm excited about this. Wow. That is amazing out there. The motorhome grabbed my spot, but I found another. This is a really nice one here. It's a little bit more secluded. I can back in, it's flat. So we are good to go. All right, well, hopefully it clears up tonight, and then tomorrow we'll have some really good views of that canyon. All right, well, I'm gonna get ready for bed. Pretty tired, got up early in the morning, got some work done so I can get out a little bit earlier than I was hoping to. So we will see you in the morning. All right, before I hit the sack, I just kind of wanted to show you an aerial view of the campground. It's a pretty nice little area. Mostly flat places. There's some that aren't so flat, but really nice little place. Oh, good morning. I got pretty good sleep last night. There was nobody here to make any noise. It was peaceful and quiet. I did, just before I closed the camper up, I did hear some probably dogs from the locals barking, but once I closed the camper up, it was quiet. So I also, when I woke up, I got some coffee ready, made a couple cups, and filled up my thermos because we've got a pretty long day ahead of us. You can kind of see ahead. Yesterday afternoon, while I was here, this motorhome came in, and I thought about parking down here, but I'm glad I didn't, because it gave them some room, especially with that trailer. Gave them a little bit better spot, and I was happy with the one I had. Now you can see it is pure dry camping. There's no hookups, no water, but just for the night, it was really good. Really nice little place to stay. And kind of good news, you can see it's cleared up a little bit. I did look at the weather, and it does look like it's gonna clear up a little bit later, but kind of a typical monsoon morning. It didn't rain. Well, actually, it did. I think it did rain a little bit last night. I thought I heard some little rain hitting the camper, but everything looks pretty dry, so obviously it didn't rain too hard. But trust me, Arizona can use every little bit of rain it gets, especially this year. Monsoons don't seem to be too bad. Well, I think the first place we're gonna go look at is called Sliding House. It's not too far away, and I kind of did that. Let's see. Yep, this is it. But I'm doing this strategically, I think. I'm trying to wait till the sun comes up, and hopefully some of these clouds will burn off before we get to the other spots. But this one, boy, look at that sun. It had really good chance of a nice sunrise, but it just didn't quite happen. A little bit too many clouds, too low. But anyways, this one we can walk around a little bit. You can walk along the edge. There's a little bit of a trail, some nice views. But I kind of hoping that that the sun will be up and it'll clear up a little bit before we go check out all the other overlooks. So, well, that's the plan. Hopefully it works.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
All right. Wow, look at this. This is gonna be amazing view. I saw the trail back there. Look, you've got some RV camping or RVs parking here, it looks like. And as early as it is, I'm the only one here, which is what I really like. All right, let's get this thing started. This is going to be really cool. All right, so the trail is this way. It's got a little bit of, it's nice and cool. It's not cold, but it's got a nice little slight chill in the air, actually. We are up in elevation, probably 5,500 feet. Something like that. You'd kind of expect it to be pine trees or junipers, because that's probably about the same elevation as Payson, maybe even Prescott. A lot of pinon pines, but this is the high desert, so we still get the elevation, and they do get snow here every once in a while. I've seen pictures with snow along the bottom of the canyon. All right, let's go get this trail. I can see just from the drive it was beautiful, and I just can't wait to get out to those edges. Let's see, what does this sign say? Warning, 700-foot sheer cliffs. Control children and pets. As I was walking, I kind of saw this footprint. It might be, I don't know, what do you think? It might be carved in there. But it's pretty cool. You can just see the puddles when there's a lot of rain. All the puddles that form here. I'm sure the wildlife love that. How do I get over here? I kind of went off the trail a little bit. I do that every so often. But you can kind of see how they have the stairs carved into some of this to give you a little bit better foothold, a little more stable. And here's some more here too, you can see. So when I saw those stairs, I kind of figured that somebody was having a little bit of fun and put that footprint in that flat area back there. That's kind of a pretty, I like those rocks, those sandstones that have just kind of come apart over the years. That's pretty. All right, what do you say? Let's go check out this overlook. I think we've killed enough time. The sun's not going to come out anytime in the immediate future. It does look promising though off in the distance. Wow, we are just standing on a huge sandstone rock. I mean, this thing has got to be massive. And when you look down, they're saying 700-foot sheer. I believe them, because take a look. Take a look at that. Wow, look at that. And you can just kind of wander around. You can see in the distance over there is a little bit of an overlook with a rock wall. So we'll head over there. See if I can find my way. Well, we made it. This is kind of neat right here for this water drainage. You can see where they've kind of carved out a little area water can drain to, and it's got a little scupper flow off the end. But wow, that is just amazing. Words really just can't describe it. Wow. That kind of has the feel of one of those, like river sand, or when you're squeezing sand out of your hand when it's wet and it just kind of builds up. That's exactly what it feels like. Wow, and you can see a trail way down there. Just absolutely, man, it is just gorgeous. All right, let's get a little closer look this way. There's another rock wall built over here. I'm also amazed at how these trees just kind of grow into the rock like that. I don't know how much nutrition they can get. Some more carved steps. But you'd imagine these aren't going to get very big. These trees aren't going to get very big just growing out of the rock like this. Just finding a little crack. Man, these greens and these reds are just amazing. Amazing colors. It's another carved hole in the floor, but just take a look at that. Wow. Just wow. You can see roads. You can see roads down there. People actually live and ranch down there. Now, sliding house, I don't know exactly where it is. I can't seem to find it, but it's some old ruins that are built on the cliff. And they say it's kind of, because it's on a narrow ledge, that it's kind of slid down a little bit. But they did say it's in ruins, so I don't know how much of it's still existing. I've been looking and I can't find it down there. But just look how gorgeous. You can kind of see right down there that there's a little building, house, where somebody lives. In town, you can rent Jeep tours. So I think that you get a guided tour. I don't know how much it cost. I didn't have time to do that, but you can drive around at the bottom, I believe. You start down by Chinle and then work your way up. That would be one heck of a ride. Seeing this from down there. Wish I had time, but look at that. It's just growing right out of the rock. Nature is awesome. I don't know where it gets its nutrients. But anyways, There's another little area I want to check out before we leave. It kind of gives you a view of the other side of this little ledge that we're on. It's just hard. It's kind of hard to leave. This is the first stop. We have, what, 3 or 4 more to look at. There's more houses down there you can kind of see. Well, you can kind of see there's a trail that kind of leads up the edge down there. You can see it right there. But I can see part of the trail that you kind of walking out on a ledge. It's right around there somewhere, but you can kind of see it's on a ledge that they've maybe carved the trail into. Interesting. That would be very interesting to do that. But I know you got the Grand Canyon, but this is more, I don't know, unless you're hiking in the Grand Canyon, this to me is just as good. It's just as beautiful. You get an up close look. Just look at that. All right, well, I think we need to head back to the truck so that we can move on to the next spot.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
Well, that was a pretty awesome first stop. I think I'm trying to catch my breath from that hiking up those steps. But we're going to go to the next overlook, which is called the White House Overlook. Sky's looking pretty good now. It's getting a little bit brighter. The clouds are starting to dissipate a little bit. And I'm even seeing some shadows. And that's always a good sign. All right, look at that. Even more sun now. I'm getting excited. Because the early morning sun in these canyons would just be glorious. It would be practically, it's a photographer's dream already, but man, if you get some of that low angle light, man, that would just be fabulous. Let's see here. Looks like this is our turnoff. Yep, White House. This one I'm excited to see as well because it's supposedly a well preserved Puebloan structure, a cliff dwelling, and it was, I think, built in like the 1060 AD, something like that. But it's supposedly, you can see it from the overlook here, and this really is the only trail that you can go down without a guide. If you can spend a whole day here, that probably would be something that you'd want to do. Or I imagine if you get the Jeep tours, they'd probably take you there as well. Hike though might be pretty tough. And when I was looking at the cliff when we were at before, that trail looked pretty tough. A lot of switchbacks, and then going across that part that was carved into the sandstone did not appeal to me at all. Oh, this is a nice parking lot as well. Must get a lot of visitors because I see a restroom. So this is probably one of the more popular ones. A lot of parking. You can see I'll probably use it. No, I'll just, there's some RV parking over there as well. Wow, look at that. The sun rays shining through. Wow. Alright, let's see. The trail is to the right. So that sign just telling us that the White House Trail is down there as well. So let's take a look. Yeah, I said it before, but to me, this is just as good as the Grand Canyon. You just get that closer, more intimate feel of the Grand than you do at the Grand Canyon, and a lot less people, obviously. Even though it is a national monument, it's free. You can drive to all these overlooks, and all the overlooks are free. The only thing you'd have to pay for is if you want to get a guided tour, like I talked about before, and like the campground. But this is super, super cool. Alright, which way do I want to go? Oh, so right here to the right, it's 1.5 miles one way. And I don't think that's an easy mile and a half. It might be. We'll see if we can see the trail up here. But if they get enough visitors, they probably have stuff carved out to make it easy enough. But just look how far down it is. That's a huge elevation drop. Yeah, let's see. You can kind of see some of the trails down there. So, I don't know. I think I would rather take the Jeep tour. Wow, look at that. Look at the formation in that rock right there. All those cracks come into one. And let's see. Oh, there it is. There's the White House ruins at the base of that cliff. Let me see if I can get a closer look with my camera. Oh yeah, that's much better. I had to break out the long lens. But look at that. That's why they call this the White House. That top structure has that white wall along the top. And I think it probably had around 80 rooms. It was just kind of built on over the years. But there you go. And it's quite a ways from here. It's 1.5 miles, they say. But just look at how these green trees, they just work so well with this orange sandstone. Let's go take a look over here, see what we can see. Oh, look here, you can see where they've kind of drilled in to carve probably this little walkway along this wall. Look at this. Wow, gorgeous. It does look, with all that green, water still runs through there. And you have all that desert varnish, those streaks. Just gorgeous. And you can see a road down there where they travel back and forth to their ranches. Probably the Jeep tours take you down there, down that road as well. Wow, it just seems to go on forever. All right, we'll take a look down here from the very end of the walled area. Now, if you feel adventurous, you can walk all along these edges. But the clear sky above me, I'm just waiting for that sun to kind of peek through. You can see it's trying. Won't be long. We'll be in some nice light. All right, well, let me make my way back to the truck. Just so beautiful. All right, let's head back. All right, well, here's the entrance to the trail, and they have a sign there that's kind of telling you it's almost 3 miles round trip. No pets are allowed, and it does get slippery after a rain, and make sure you carry lots of water. So, all right, looks like we're on to the next overlook. I'm still all by myself out here. I love it. All right, well, as I was getting ready to leave, I was looking at something on my phone and the sun made an appearance. So I just wanted to get back down there real quick when the light's like this. Give you a good view, a good contrast between when the light's kind of flat versus something like this. Wow, you can really see the difference. With those shadows, you have more of that 3D feel. Just gorgeous. Look at that. Great lighting. There's got to be a picture in there somewhere. Oh, and then when you're looking this way, you can kind of see it's the haze. I think it's just a lot of moisture in the air. See if I can come down here, get a view. See if I can, because I want to try and get a picture in that direction. Let's see. Yeah, this ought to be okay. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty view right through there. All right. I do think though it's time to head back. We got to get to the next overlook. All right, the sun is up and I want to go take a look at the next overlook's going to be Spider Rock, and that is the other direction. It's going to be past where we stayed the night. So it has a huge tower they call Spider Rock. It's like a monolith of sandstone. So I do want to go look at that one. Let's see. All right, yep, we'll take a left here and we'll just backtrack a little ways to get to there, which is part of the plan. I was hoping it would the sun would come out and we'd get some good light for that one. So we'll see when we get there.
Got my boots on the gas, a map in my hand. Seabee Traveler's ready, we're gonna see this great land. Through ghost town echoes and highways wide, with the world in my rear view and you by my side. Rolling with the traveler, free as the breeze, chasing those sunsets through the rustling trees. From starlit skies to campfires aglow, life's an open highway where we're bound to go. Oh, the canyon winds whisper and the mountains call. Through valleys and deserts, we've seen it all. Every mile's a story, every turn's a surprise. Epic views ahead under these endless skies. Rolling with a traveler, free as the breeze, chasing those sunsets through the rustling trees. From starlit skies to campfires aglow, life's an open highway where we're bound to go. We'll stay in a place where they can't Told a tale of rust, we keep rolling through the world so wide. The Seabee Traveler spirit is our lifelong guide. Rolling with the traveler, free as the breeze, chasing those sunsets through the rustling trees. From starlit skies to campfires aglow, life's an open highway where we're bound to go. Yeah, yeah. We'll stay in a place where the camping is free. Wake to the dawn, hear the freedom ring. With every star that lights our way, the road keeps calling, it's where we'll stay.
All right, we are at Spider Rock Lookout. You can kind of see the trail there. The sun's still good. We got it's more like a soft light. That's gonna be good. All right. What does this sign have to say? Welcome. Help us to help you. Before leaving your vehicle, please place valuables in the trunk and lock all doors. And above all, enjoy your visit. I am really enjoying my visit. No worries there. What do we have here? Ruins. So these can kind of guide you in to see some. You see? Is that any better? Nope. Oh boy. That gives you some direction of where some more ruins are. I don't believe those are the same ruins. They're pretty far away from where we were at the White House. But alright, let's go down to the trail and we'll have a look down there. Well, we're really starting to be able to see over the edge here. That sign said it was about 200 yards from the parking lot. Wow, look at that view. Holy cow. The views just don't get any, I mean, they get better and better and better. It's just amazing. And I think I see what they see. That's the top of Spider Rock, I believe. We'll get up here. We'll get a little closer look. Oh yeah, here's the, looks like the lookout is just right here. Here you can see still there's like a haze in the air. It's not from smoke or anything. I think it's just from a lot of humidity. But yeah, take a look at that. Wow, it's 800-foot spire of sandstone. Just amazing. It's sacred to the Navajo people. They believe that it's home of the spider grandmother, and it's kind of an icon in the park as well. All right, let's go up a little bit farther, see if we can get a different view. Sun's kind of gone down again, or behind the clouds. But I gotta be honest, when the sun was out, that direct sunlight was getting a little bit warm, so it's kind of nice having it behind these high clouds like that. Wow, that thing looks old. Man, they kind of have that wall up against it. There's another view. That's kind of neat how the bottom is framed by those rocks. That's pretty neat. And plus that canyon just goes on forever back there. Well, look at this. They have the wall going up. That is cool. There's another spire in the making, it looks like. but they have the wall just kind of integrated into these boulders. That's a cool little walkway right here. All right, let's see what kind of view we have here. Let's try and squeeze through the rocks. Wow, this wall, I'm not sure if the wall has just come apart or if they stopped it on purpose right at the edge and they put that boulder in there. Wow, just another amazing view. It would be really neat to see what it looks like if they got a heavy snowfall. You get visions of the Grand Canyon. But if that spire is 800 feet, and we've seen where the cliffs are 700 feet sheer drop, so you're probably talking around 4,000 feet elevation down in the canyon. So yeah, I would imagine they get some pretty good snow down there every once in a while. Look how you can kind of see where the tops have eroded down the sides there. Wow, just amazing. All right, let's make our way back to the truck. Another view. Oh, got a friend. Kind of circling around, catching those thermals. Alright, let's get back up to the truck now. Have another place I want to stop, and then we really do kind of need to start heading north a little bit. We're going to be headed up to Mesa Verde in Colorado. But on the way there, I wanted to kind of stop by another cool place. One last look down there. I want to stop at Four Corners. I've been there before, but it's been a long time. I just kind of want to see what it looks like there nowadays. All right, let's go.
Singing, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. Sweet Arizona, yeah, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough, no, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Her hair was fire red like red rocks in the sun. Her eyes were stained glass like blue under the glacier runs. Nowhere we're going, still don't know where she came from. La la la, la la la, la la la. Singing, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. Sweet Arizona, yeah, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough, no, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Sweeter than California, sweeter than Tennessee, sweeter than Colorado, sweeter than Georgia peach. Started with conversation, now you're here next to me. 24/7 days of sweet. In Arizona, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. But I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough, no, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona, take me home tonight. I need you in my arms to wake up and feel alive. Sweet Arizona, yeah, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough, no, I just can't get enough of you. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona. Sweet Arizona.
All right, yet another outlook. But, oh, look, there's people. That's the first time we've seen anybody today. We're getting more towards the entrance, so I imagine as the day goes on, people will kind of trickle in this side first and then make their way to the other end. All right, this is a nice short walk. Let's go do this one. This one looks really cool too. All right, well, they all seem to be leaving. Well, look at that. That looks like kind of like a bonsai tree. Oh, and look, somebody put a flat rock there. It's kind of like a seat. Shade, built-in shade. Yeah, these are my kind of walks. Just a nice, short, easy one. And the sun is out. You can see it's really starting to clear up now. Heat's dissipating the clouds. Wow. Just wow. I like those little rolling hills inside this one. Wow, just look at that. Sun is hitting perfect. It's yet another one. You can kind of walk along the edge if you wanted to. It's a ways down there though. Oh look, here's another. Are those eagles? I don't know if that's an eagle or if it's some sort of vulture or something, but yeah, we'll take a little walk down here. Yeah, places like this, you definitely do want to keep control of your pets. Wow, that is so cool. You kind of get vertigo standing here. Can't beat the views though. See, isn't this to me, this is a little bit better. Like I said before, I'll say it again. But let me know if you think this is better or just as good as the Grand Canyon. I'd be interested to know. Is it just me? Or do other people feel the same way? Less crowds, still amazing views, and they're up close. All right, one last look here, but I do need to kind of get back to the truck so that we can stop at one more place. Yesterday, when we made our way into the park, I stopped somewhere, and I want to go back and kind of see where the end. If you remember, you can walk down a certain distance, and it tells you have to get a guide from this point forward. So I just want to go back and take a quick look at that to see what that's like. And it is a little bit different view, or a little bit different with the sun out. It won't be raining. So I didn't want to do that while I didn't want to walk when it was raining. Hey guy. He seems to have found the only moisture out here still. I don't want to disturb him too much. Alright, we'll let him be. Get some water. I was trying to see if there was a picture. I don't know, I like taking pictures of lizards. But anyways. Gonna miss this place. This has been really such a neat place to see, especially in person and the first time. If I have a chance, I'll come back. I want to do a Jeep tour, something like that. But all right, let's move on. All right, well, while we're driving to the last spot, I just wanted to remind you to hit that like button if you like this kind of content. It does help the channel grow, and also if you don't want to miss another video like this, make sure you subscribe. It's free and it's easy to do. But yeah, just subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss videos, and comment. I like getting comments. I'll read them, and I reply back as often as I can. So, all right. Well, the last place, it's not too far up here. We're actually pretty close, and I just wanted to see what it was like down at that gate. Wonder if our friend is there who was selling the paintings yesterday. He might have just had the evening shift. All right, well, we are just about to where it all started yesterday. Much different conditions. This is Tunnel Canyon. And I'm not... Oh, there is somebody standing over there. I don't think it's the same guy, though. But anyways, the trail is just right ahead of us. So let me get parked, and then we'll just take a quick little walk down there to see what it looks like. All right, let's take a quick look. It isn't that steep yet. I'd be interested to see how they get down this canyon. It looks pretty steep up ahead. I got these railroad ties. Helps keep from eroding. Gives you a good step. Well, it's actually down here a little farther than I thought. Pretty walk so far. That's the right way? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I see right up here is the, looks like a stairway that's taking you down. I see handrails and part of a stair. It's interesting. But like I said, I didn't have enough time to stop anywhere and see how much it would cost for a guide or to see what it takes to reserve one. So if that's something you think you might want to do, I'd call ahead, see if you need reservations. Visitors prohibited beyond this point without authorized guide. Beautiful view from up here. And they make it easy. They make it easy for you. Stairs taking you down the toughest part. Then it does look like a pretty easy hike. You can kind of see the trail there, following that valley, and that takes you off into where the trees and the river is down there. All right, well, that's going to do it for Canyon de Chelly. You're not going to want to miss the next video. We're going to head up to Mesa Verde. It's a national park, and there's lots of ruins like we saw some here, and it's just some really beautiful scenery. And I also got a campground reserved. That's the key. I reserved it, and it's on the actual national park. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, and also on the way there, we're going to stop at Four Corners. I'll see what that's like. So we'll do that and then head on to Mesa Verde National Park. It's going to be beautiful. So, well, anyways, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to sign off, and just remember, never say goodbye. Always see you later.